Hello there, Grit-faced listeners. It's Black Friday and I, Timandra Whitecastle, your friendly neighbourhood master sunner, have a deal for you. I have a brand new epic fantasy book out right now. It's called Queens of the Weird. It's about a group of Viking mums who go out on a quest and they face dragons and gods and Ragnarok. So if this sounds like your jam, then you can check it out for only $2.99 at an Amazon store near you. Here are the details again. Timandra Whitecastle, Queens of the Weird. And now, back to our adventure.
Warning, the following may contain Nell beetles.
Join fantasy authors Phil Tucker, Timandra Whitecastle, David Benem, Benedict Patrick, and Josiah Bancroft as they roll dice and take on the bad guys in a game of Dungeons and Dragons. 5 authors, 5 worlds, 1 adventure. It's time to get crit-faced.
Previously on Crit-Faced, the team is under attack. A pack of bear-sized wolves have infiltrated the manor house, looking to feast on some man flesh. However, respite has come in the form of a mysterious armored stranger.
Joel, it's your turn. If that helps you anymore, it's your turn. You've got these 2 slow
My turn to die?
wolves
Oh, God.
on top of you. What are you going to do?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give to my new, averagely attractive friend who's helped us, Bardic Inspiration, which is a D8. I will bequeath that to our new strange friend, who I'm not attracted to at all. My God. But after that, I think I will blow upon my new bone pipe and see if I cannot frighten these puppers.
Okay. What do we call them? Pipes of haunting?
Yes, they're pipes of haunting, and I believe when I blow upon them, they all defecate and run away.
So they have to take a wisdom saving throw, so I'll go for Ginge first. He fails, and One Eye also fails. So they are both now frightened of you, Jean, and that means that they're both going to try to do their best to run away from you. Let me just double check the details of it. So.
Well, and it includes like all creatures within like 20 feet. So like all of the doggies should be scared of me now, right? Or
including the ones that were on me, right?
Yeah, give me a sec. I just want to double check exactly. Frightened. Oh, here we go. So they've got disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is in sight. So that affects that'll affect them attacking anyone, and they're not allowed to move towards you. So I'll check for the others as well. So Kellen, I'll check for your Black Wolf is failed, and Skunk Stripe succeeds. So it's not scared yet. Yet. Master Sonna and Stranger, your Grey Wolf has failed as well. So they're all now terrified. What does it sound like, Jean? The sound from these pipes.
Well, I honestly I just sing them like a little like I play them a little ditty that my mother taught me when she was trying to put me to sleep, which is why I always had nightmares. And so I've shared that curse with them, and they have all been terrified by it.
Okay, so Jean, that was your action to do that. These wolves are still in melee combat range of you. Now they are not allowed to move towards you, but they're already in your face. So what's your plan? Are you
do I have it? Do I get to have a movement or is it like playing an instrument count as an action?
That was your action to use the pipes. You could move away from them, however, unless you've got some kind of disengage trickery going on here, they will get an attack on you if you move away. If you try to move away.
But I absolutely have a disengage trickery thing that I can use right here. I can use the don't touch me. It's a cantrip.
Yes.
I cast it, and no, I don't think there's anything I can do. Like, can I like season myself with them? I have some hot sauce. I don't know.
So
any suggestions from the crowd?
Okay. Invisible?
Yeah. Oh, yes, but I can't cast a spell.
Yeah, he's used his action already. So, I mean, your issue is that they've got disadvantage because of your they're now frightened of you. But
Right.
also, they've got advantage because there's two of them together. So that sort of cancels out. So they're both going to get just a regular attack on you. They're going to
So I'm going to die.
well, they're going to get that attack either way, if that makes sense. They're going to get it on their turn, or they're going to get it when you move away from them. So it's your choice.
So can I just? It doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, I'll move away. Why not move away? Why not just? Okay. I will go and sit with the frogs in a different corner.
Okay. So
come towards my direction.
Yes, I will flee towards the modestly attractive stranger.
Okay. So Jean, the ginger wolf, bites at you. Manages to get 12 versus AC.
I have 12. What does that mean?
So that hits you.
I have 13.
You've 13.
Damn!
You're 13. All right, that's fine. And then the one-eyed wolf.
No, I have 12. I'm being honest. Right, it hits.
Okay.
It hits.
One-eyed wolf as well. So yes, snaps at you for 10 piercing damage.
Oh, I'm very dead. You're
dead. Okay, so you're down.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that means that the source of fear is gone as well. So the guys who were frightened are no longer so. Top of the round. It's Stranger. It's your turn. You've just seen this bard. He's been torn apart by these wolves that are set upon him, slightly over to the west from you. You've got this sword fighter who's pulled out this seems to be a sword of pure sunlight is fighting beside you, dealing a considerable amount of damage to the remaining grey wolf beside you. You've got a barbarian going absolutely nuts over at the window. What's your plan?
How far away is the fallen bard?
The fallen bard is like 15 feet at most.
Can I cross to him without any?
Well, you are currently in melee combat with the grey wolf because it was right beside the other one you were at. So you would take, unless you've got anything disengagey, you would give it a strike on you.
I'll take the strike.
Okay, so the grey wolf snaps at you as you move away, and it snaps for 22 versus AC. So it grabs at your shoulder and sinks its teeth into you for 10 piercing damage.
All right, so blood is rushing down the side of my body, but I shrug it off and I stagger over to where the bard has fallen.
Yes.
And I take a knee by his side and I say, "Morning, Lord, bring this man back to us." I clutch his front of his tunic and I give him a vigorous shake. And I shake in, let's say, 20 hit points into him.
Oh, where were you 5 minutes ago?
So
that's called our friend.
That's called lay on hands. I can do up to 30 before I get a long rest. So I'm going to drop 20 into John. That should bring him up to... Is he at -5 or is he at 0?
You count, when you're healing, you count from 0. So as him back.
Oh, okay. What's your max HP? Would 20 bring you up to full?
No, it's 45.
Yeah, I'll give you 20 to bring you up to half then.
Okay. So 20, Jean.
21, because that way if he takes 2 attacks of piercing of 10,
thank you.
He still got one left.
Yes.
So, Jean, you are obviously you gasp back to life. You're still prone. You're still on the ground, even though the stranger kind of has you in your hand.
Just saw Lord Toffrin. Oh. He said he was joking about this place.
Anything else, stranger? Was that your action or is that a bonus action?
That's an action.
Lay on hands, are you sure?
It says, as an action, you can touch a creature to restore any number of HP remaining in the pool.
Okay, all right, cool. So that's the end of your turn?
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, Master Senna, it's you. You've got this grey wolf in combat with you. You have sizzled it considerably already.
Oh, real quick, as Jean comes back up, I clasp hands with him, I give him a rakish grin and a wink, and I say, "Welcome back." And it's just really just sort of inspiring and charismatic and attractive.
God, you're lovely.
Yeah.
Okay. Master Summer.
19 attack.
Okay, so you're attacking Grey Wolf.
Yes.
19 absolutely hits.
Okay. And it's 10.
10 damage, yes.
10 damage.
Yep. So you take
My
an eye
super
out here. So you just
lightsaber.
Yep. So just carves a line straight up its face, and the blood, the sort of jellies within its eye just sort of fizzle and spit out off the socket as you do so. Is that you? Or you can continue?
Now I can continue. I'll do Flurry of Blows,
Okay.
which is at the attack action, I can spend 1 chi point to make 2 unarmed strikes.
Excellent.
So let's see. The number 1 is 12.
Does not hit.
Oh. And 6, then 23.
23 definitely hits. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we'll just it's like a chop to the neck.
Okay.
So
Excellent.
that would be unarmed is +3 as 8.
8. So you sort of chop at its neck. Actually, it sort of turns its throat as you do that, and you just hear a sort of gasping sound from this thing. It's still alive, but you can tell, a sneeze would blow this thing over at the moment. We're almost there. Is that the end of your turn?
I think it is.
Okay.
That's it.
Kellen, it is your turn. You've got this black wolf in front of you. You've taken off one of its paws. You've got, all this other stuff happening as well. What's your plan?
Blood spear.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna keep going after the one that I've hurt.
Okay.
The black one. All right. 18.
Okay. 18 versus AC will hit.
We still got the rubbing on the microphone going pretty well here.
Sorry about that. It looks like I did only 8 damage.
8 damage. So, so your axe sort of thunks into its flank, and it gives a whine. You reckon the wounds that you've caused it will already be fatal over time, but at the moment it's still pushing on. Just pure adrenaline.
One more.
Okay.
At that one. 15.
15 will hit.
No, wait. Okay, good. Another 8.
Another 8. Would you like to describe what it looks like when it dies?
The blood spear goes right through its eyeball into its skull, and this horrible death rattle comes out of its throat as it falls to the ground. And in the process, Kellen seems to swell, his anger becoming all the more visible on his face, and he seems to be invigorated.
Okay. What does the blood spear give you again?
2d6.
Okay, temporary hit points, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. As the black wolf falls, the skunk stripe gives a whine, a howl, and it locks on you, and you can see that this wolf will not allow itself to live before it's torn your throat. Torn your throat. I don't know. That sentence didn't quite work, but it's not happy. Okay, is that the end of it?
No. Yeah. I'm going to make that skunk stripe wolf unhappy.
Okay.
I get another attack. 17.
17 versus AC will hit.
And 10 damage.
10 damage. So yeah, absolutely. This is with your blood spear, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously, you just stab into it just underneath its throat, and it pulls back, but you can see it's not dissuaded. It is going to go for you. And actually, if that's the end of your turn, we're going to kick off with this wolf going for you now. Jean's back up and kicking, so we're going to say that the fear effects are still ongoing. However, this black and white wolf was the only one that was uncowed by the song. It's unfortunately not backed up by its mate anymore, though, so it only gets 1 die roll, but I suspect it'll be enough. 19 versus AC.
That'll hit.
Yep, so that's another 10 piercing damage, and this one just latches onto your knee and tears out it. You can feel something pop as it does so. Master,
it was only a slight pop because I have resistance.
Okay. Okay. Master Sunna, your grey wolf is one that's sizzling at the moment. As you can tell, this is a final gambit. Now, this wolf is scared, and it's not quite going for you in the way that you would have anticipated it to based on prior activity, so it only manages to get 7 versus AC. So simple for you just to dance out of the way. However, stranger, you've got these two wolves on you at the moment. Now they are scared, but the ginger wolf and the one-eyed wolf are both going to bite at you. So ginger wolf is going to go first. We'll get 17 versus AC.
That'll hit.
That will hit for another 10 piercing damage. And the one-eyed wolf will sort of slink around the other side, and we'll get 24 versus AC. So, so that's another...
There's not much stranger left.
Yeah, so that's another 10 piercing damage. So they're both wary of Jean, who they can see on the floor. In melee combat range still, but they're still able to take a piece out of you because you're all in this wee melee combat together. In fact, Jean, it's your turn, so you're aware that you've been brought gasping back to life. You're on the floor at the moment. These two wolves are snapping away at this handsome man who has saved you from the monsters. What's your plan?
So, can I give him another bardic inspiration? Does that do anything?
I don't think
I haven't used the first one.
Oh yeah, I did. That's my third. That's it.
Okay. If you really want to give him something, I believe that your healing word, if you have any left,
yes, I do have a healing word. Second level, within 60 feet, 2d4 plus 4. Okay, yes. So that would be my action, right?
No, I think healing word is a bonus action for you.
Oh yeah, it is. That's right. It's a bonus action. Okay. 2d4. I threw that in 4. Okay, so I've lost my dice. Hold on.
Seems to be a running theme today.
Yes. 2d4. Okay. So 4 plus 4 is 8. I mean, I wouldn't say that.
I'll take it.
Anything. Yeah. So. Then I shall cast.
So at the moment you are prone on the ground. So if you're going to be doing any attack rolls at the moment, you take them with disadvantage. What you can do is you can crawl away, but at the moment you're in melee combat technically with these creatures, so you would have to disengage before they, unless you wanted them to bite at you as you tried to get away from them.
So I can't cast the Eldritch Spark.
Well, you're in melee combat at the moment. You can stand up, but that will actually use half your movement to sort of get up out of your prone state.
Can I turn invisible while I'm lying on the ground? This is something I've asked many girlfriends.
Okay. I believe so. Yeah, because there's no. There's no casting.
So if they're frightened of me and I disappear, I think that might be more frightening. I think as I disappear, I will say, I am now running towards your caves to feast upon your babies. That sounds frightening, doesn't it? That sounds like something you wouldn't want to hear from a stranger.
Okay.
It's true.
You're turning invisible?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's second spell slot used up. That's your action.
Yes.
So are you moving now?
Yes, I will also crawl away, trying to snivel very quietly.
Okay, absolutely. So you manage to crawl away. You're now out of melee combat, but of course you're still in this room. So there's still all this fighting going on. So top of the round, this is the third round. So stranger, this is how things stand at the moment. There's yourself fighting the only pair of wolves left, the ginger and one eye, and they're both tearing lumps out of you. You've just seen this foppish gentleman disappear on the ground. He seems
relatively handsome. In the dark candlelight, a burning house, relatively attractive.
15 feet away from you, you can see the lady with the sword of sunlight tearing up the remaining wolf over there, and you can also see that this barbarian guy is just going absolutely mental at the moment. He's only got one wolf left, so there's only 4 left in total. 2 of them are on you right now. What's your plan?
All right, I'm gonna spin my great blade about and try and bring it down on one of the wolves' necks.
Okay.
And see how it likes that.
I mean, I don't think it would be a massive fan.
19.
19 will hit.
All right, I'm going to use another spell slot to get another 2d8. Hopefully that will also ruin its day. So I will do 2d6. 5 plus 6 is 11, plus 2 is 13, and then I got this d8 program here.
So is it 2d8 again? Oh, you've got it.
Yeah, but I got it here, so it's 5 and 3, so that's 8 plus. So I deal 20 damage to the closest one.
Okay, so Ginger, 20 damage, and we'll just say that you make a connection with its with its left flank. You hear some cracks, spurt of blood. I mean, it's clearly horrific internal damage has been caused. It's still fighting though, still going strong.
All right, so I'll go for my second attack.
Okay.
11 plus, what was it, 8 or something? So like 19 again.
Yep, we'll hit.
And I do another spell slot. So I'm running on. That's 4, 8. That's 10 plus 2d8. So that's 3 and 6. That's 9. So a total of 19.
19. Would you describe Ginger's death, please?
This one is a very clinical and surgical strike, just straight behind the skull, cleaving through its neck. It goes down with a thud, nothing dramatic. And the stranger is already wheeling to face the last remaining dire wolf.
Okay, excellent.
My last thing, I have a bonus action.
Yes.
Which is a spell. I cast Shield of Faith.
Okay. And what happens?
So the Morning Lord symbol glows into brilliant light before me, and then sort of dissipates and forms an aura like a nimbus or St. Elmo's fire, which continuously flickers over my armored frame.
Excellent. Okay. Master Sunny, it's your turn.
Oh, it's like Disco Stranger now.
I still have still have got the wolf.
Yes,
still one
you
more.
have the grey wolf on you now. This is the almost dead grey wolf. I mean, it's very clear to you. This thing is not happy.
Well, that's good because I just rolled a natural 20.
Well, would you like to describe its death? I mean, I wouldn't even bother with your damage roll. That's your second critical hit.
Yes, I know. I am still on the roll.
Right, what's your...
so he was already pretty badly wounded anyway.
Yeah.
So what can I do? That's awesome. So I've got the awesome sword, so I've got to use it. I'll do like the Thundercats.
Yes, yes.
Thunder.
Yes.
Oh! And then there's some bolts bursting out of the hilt, and it just like smashes into this wolf's face.
Yeah, and I mean, as that happens, you just get this sheer sense of elation from the blade as well. I mean, it's totally joining in, in the thrill of the kill, and this beast just falls to the ground with a thud before you. So we've got the one-eyed wolf is still fighting the stranger. Kellen still has its skunk strike. There's only 2 wolves left. What's your plan?
I'll go and help Kellen,
okay,
because the stranger seems to be very blessed by the Morning Lord, okay, and we've already been through a traumatic event of losing Lord Talbot.
Are you moving over into melee
yes.
combat? Yeah, and can you do anything else, or is that you?
I'm not sure.
Can you still do your unarmed strike?
I could do that because I have like the extra attack, so I could do 2 unarmed strikes, but I'm not sure if I can do that with the movement.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. Is unarmed strike is one where...
How far is it? Like...
no, you had to move about 15 feet to get over there. So it's unarmed strike.
Okay.
So it's not your extra attack, is that right? No, that's...
no, it's the...
paladin.
Where is it?
Extra attack. Beginning at 5th level, you can attack twice.
Yeah.
Instead of once whenever you take an attack action on your turn. So that's fine. You can... Yeah, I believe...
So I could hit him unarmed then?
Well, on the unarmed strike is different from that extra attack. So I mean, when you fight now, you get 2 attacks. But you also have martial arts as well, isn't that right? So when you use an attack action with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon in your hand, you can make 1 armed strike as opposed. So you should get 3 attacks every turn at the moment. You should get two sun sword attacks and then one unarmored boop up the chin, whatever. So, so you still got you've only used one of your sun sword attacks so far, isn't that right?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, then I'll do that again then.
Okay, go for it.
So jump over and sort of like use the residual radiant sunlight 2. That's 7 and 8 is it's late over here. 7 plus 8 is 15.
Yes,
I'm correct with maths.
15
yes.
Hits.
And it's a D6.
Remember, you get your +2 because it's the sun sword.
Yeah, it's 7.
Okay. Sorry. And do you have an unarmored strike as well that you're following up with?
Yep.
Okay.
Because let's do this. Maybe not. Let's that unarmored is okay. That's it's 10.
Nope, 10 does not hit, unfortunately. But Kellen, you've just seen Master Sonna come over to you and score a line of radiant pain up the side of this skunk wolf's face. So, what's your plan?
I'm still raging.
Okay.
Attacking with the blood spear. 19.
19 will hit.
6 damage.
Yep, 6 damage.
Oh wait, yeah, it is 6. Never mind.
Okay.
Next roll is an 18.
Okay, will hit.
And that's another 10 damage.
Yes.
And my final attack.
Yes.
15.
Yes. Would you like to describe its death?
Oh, it kind of, does that little puppy dog thing, gives me those doe eyes for a moment. Like, why did you do this? And then it just vomits and rolls over, dies.
Excellent. Okay. Kellen, you're not in combat anymore. You've still got your movement or any bonus actions that you want to take?
I still have my movement?
Yes, there's only one wolf left. It's the one-eyed wolf attacking this stranger.
Is the blood spear giving me the bonus hit points? Is that a bonus action?
You'll have got those bonus hit points as well.
Oh, okay. Let me roll those. Ooh, that's good.
Okay.
All right, I'll start dashing toward the wolf closest, or the stranger still trying to dispatch.
Okay, so the one-eyed wolf on its turn, it has a look around and it realizes its pals are gone. It's kind of freaking out at the moment, so it sort of feints as if it's about to take a snap at the stranger. Actually, it uses a disengage action instead to scurry between your legs, and it tries to make a dash for the eastern wall of the room. So its movement is actually 50 feet, so it's very fast. So it actually manages to leap outside of the room during its turn. But it's just outside the manor house, 50 feet away from you guys. Top of the round, stranger, it's your turn. Are you going to do anything? Oh, sorry, it's Jean's turn. Sorry, my mistake. We haven't finished yet. Jean, you're invisible on the ground. You've seen most of the wolves have been dispatched. The one-eyed wolf has just run away. It's run out of the eastern window, leapt out into the darkness. What's your plan?
I will leap into the night and chase after it with a dagger clutched between my teeth. Is that what we should? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let it go. I mean, I suppose I could call it a name. I could lean out there. Hey, your mother. Yes. Yes.
Oh man, you just killed its mother.
Well, I don't like to leave an orphan in the world. I suppose. Yeah, I don't have any fire bolts. I could use an Eldritch Spark. I could kind of fire into the night after it.
You certainly may. You certainly have the movement to reach the window, and you could fire after it if you wish.
Yes, I shall do that. And he'll enjoy it.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so I move to the window. I put out both hands because I have 2 sparks that I can throw.
Yes.
And I go, kapow, kapow. And purple bolts of lightning just leap from my fingers and arc through the air very successfully.
Okay.
I was very impressed, especially the stranger. He says, "My God, look at him.
Right.
Yes.
Would you like to take 2 attack rolls then, please?
Yes, I'm trying to remember what the dice is for the Eldritch. Is it 8?
So it's to make your attack roll, it's a D20. Plus,
That's a D20.
If you hit, it's 1D10 force damage.
Okay, so let's just say I went to the window and said goodbye, and that's it. Let's say I've rolled another natural 1.
You get 2.
Apparently, Tim has taken all the good dices.
You got 2 attack rolls because you got 2 sparks. So
okay. Oh yes. Okay. So 1 and then a 13. I mean, that 13, just seems sort of.
Well, not hit either. So wait, did you roll a 13? Because
yes.
Did you add you've got like a plus, like plus loads of stuff for your spell attacks?
I mean, I have like plus an initiative.
You got spell attacks. You got like it'll be like huge. It'll be like +6, +7.
Oh, that's right. Yes. And my spell attack plus. See, I started. +7.
Yeah. So yeah, you hit it. So.
Do I?
Roll your 1d10 force damage.
That's okay. 8.
8. Yeah. So your spark hits it up the backside with a yelp. It sort of tumbles over, but seems to be continuing to run. So it is Stranger. Your turn. You've just seen the wolf run out. You've seen this man reappear at the window, shooting some kind of magical energy up the wolf's arse. What's your plan? Your mic is muted, Stranger.
How much bad shape does the wolf look to be in? Is he on his last
I think that was
leg?
That was actually the first damage that you guys have dealt it.
Can I draw my crossbow and squeeze off a shot?
Yeah, you can run over to the window. It's still 20 feet outside the window.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can certainly shoot at it.
All right, so I'm going to take a shot with my crossbow.
Yes.
And that is a +5 because it's not my holy weapon thing.
Okay.
That's a 14.
14 will hit.
Hey, there you go. And it's a 1d10 +2, so it takes 7 + 2, 9 damage.
9 damage. So again, this wolf is obviously not having a good day. Catches. Sort of hits it just behind the shoulders. However, the pure adrenaline that seems to be running through its body is pushing it on. Master Sunna, you see.
I hold up a finger. I turn to my new companions. I say, wait. I load another bolt. I check the calibration, make sure everything's good. Take my time and squeeze off another shot.
Can you shoot twice with a crossbow? What type of crossbow?
It's an attack. It's an attack, right?
Well, crossbows tend to be a bit... What type of crossbow exactly are we using here, Stranger?
It's a heavy attack, but my 5th level paladin ability is extra attack. You can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action.
It's a heavy weapon, so... Did you say a heavy crossbow?
Maybe.
So it's got the loading feature. So it says here, because of the time required to load this weapon, you can only fire one piece of ammo from it when you use an action, irregardless of the number of attacks you can normally make. So
you can borrow my light crossbow if you want, Stranger.
I extend my hand for the light crossbow.
I have a heavy. I can toss you across the room.
Do I have a javelin? No.
I do.
I do have a javelin. Can I toss a javelin after it as my other attack?
Toss the javelin.
All right. So I pull out. The javelin does not usually get a lot of action, so it's quite excited. I pull the javelin out of the thing. I heft it, make sure that it's still sharp, and I give it one of those sideways tosses like a frisbee. A 20.
That's a critical hit. So that means you roll the damage die twice.
Okay, that's 2d6 + 4. That's a 1 and a 2, so that's 3 + 4 is 7.
7. So
that's disappointing.
I mean, this wolf. I mean, it is a pin cushion at the moment. It's got a burnt backside. It's got an arrow out of one shoulder and this massive javelin sticking out of the other. However, it continues to limp away into the marsh. Now, Master Sunna, it is your turn.
So is the window too crowded to sort of...
No, it's a big window.
Everyone's standing at the window.
It's a big dilapidated window. You can go and have a look at this poor, dejected, bear-sized wolf.
Yeah, we really feel sorry for it.
Yeah.
The embers on his rear end are still glowing. You can still pick it out because of the.
There's a javelin sticking out of there too.
So how far away is it exactly?
20 feet.
Well, that's nothing. So I just I run up to the window, leap through gracefully, and I'm basically already at the wolf, aren't I?
Yep. So yeah, you can feel the sword cheering you on as you do so, and go for it.
Okay. So I'll just use the sword then. And that's 10, 18.
18 will hit.
Okay, and then that's
This is it.
9.
9. So you slice through it. You can see that like its rear leg has just gone dead. Levered up again. It's actually still alive somehow. However, I know you've got a number of attacks left. So
yes. But is it like can it speak?
You could try and speak.
It's just like a. It's because I'm not sure. I've never seen like a dire wolf before. They don't.
I never said it was a dire wolf. I don't know where this dire wolf thing
someone
wolf.
said.
It could just be like a
Teen wolf.
a depressed wolf.
It's a big wolf.
But like, are they like? Were they standing on their hind
No.
legs?
It's basically being a wolf except huge.
Right.
They were yelling
Well,
out coordinated tactics as they attacked us, though, giving us advantage.
I won't.
You round the left. I'll take the front.
Master Son, what's your plan with this wolf that's almost dead?
I will put it out of its misery.
Please.
I hope. Come on. That's 9 plus 8 is 17.
Describe its death, please.
Yay!
I will do it quick and merciful, and it's just like a stab down into its heart, and it just dies.
Yeah, you get the impression that the sword is pleased at how merciful you were. Actually, it's definitely on board with that kind of action. So, guys, the combat is over. You have survived. Hooray. Woo-hoo! Also, who's that?
Crit Faced is a weekly Dungeons & Dragons podcast. To make sure you never miss an episode, and to get an exclusive prequel episode of the podcast where you can find out what our characters were up to before this adventure began, head over to critfacedpodcasts.com and join our Crit Faced fan group.